If you like gardening, you've probably used fertilizer at one time or another. But what you may not know is that fertilizer is chock full of nitrogen. And that nitrogen has arrived in your bottle of fertilizer via an amazing process that has changed the course of human history, but has also had some big environmental consequences. So the Haber-Bosch process is a process that takes biologically unavailable nitrogen from the air and makes it into a form that plants can use. This process was originally developed for use in making explosives, nitrogen-based explosives during World War I. But the result instead was an explosion in crop production and the human population as a result of that after World War II. This has been very positive for the human population. In fact, 1 out of every 3 of you sitting in this room wouldn't even be alive today if not for the invention of the Haber-Bosch process. However, all of this extra available nitrogen that we're creating for our environment has resulted in fertilization of not just farm fields, but a number of environments that are around farm fields, like aquatic systems. So rivers and streams that are flowing through agricultural lands pick up this available nitrogen. And when it does, the algae that live in these streams and rivers start growing like crazy. They eat up the nitrogen and grow into these large algal blooms. And the negative result of this is that the other organisms living in this aquatic environment underneath these blooms become very unhappy. They're deprived of sunlight, and when the algae start decomposing, they consume oxygen from the water, which starves the fish and other aquatic life living in the water column from being able to breathe. So this has created large dead zones where all aquatic life is wiped out. And how do we start addressing this problem? I mean, this is a tremendous problem that's been created by all of this reactive available nitrogen that we've put into the environment. Well, one way to do it is through utilizing a natural environment that's available nearly everywhere, but we tend to undervalue, and that is wetland environments. Wetlands have organisms that are capable of consuming this reactive nitrogen and breathing it out into that unreactive form that was originally in the air that the Haber-Bosch process was able to make into reactive nitrogen. And so when we use our fertilizer to further human development, we also have to think about how we can take that reactive nitrogen, that available nitrogen, back into unavailable form in the air that we breathe. Thank you.